Good morning, Harry.
Good morning and good morning to everybody tuning in. Arapahoe Warriors Nation coming at us from across the globe live on the OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland and Brian Bodine with you live at South Suburban Recreation and Sports Complex in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Your Warriors are set to take on Rampage straight out of Monument. They came up I-25 from down south today. We made all the arrangements, and the Broncos got to lose on Thursday. You're not going to be distracted about that today. And we are set to go here. Another exciting one is this team's putting their undefeated season on the line against this Rampage team. What are you expecting to see here today, Brad?
Yeah, Harry, the team played great last week. Got out to a big lead early against DU and then kind of coasted. So I'm expecting the same today versus Rampage, Harry. I think that, Rampage historically has pretty good teams. They have a real good program down there. I mean, what else are you going to do when you're down in Monument? It's kind of like living up in Canada, right? Just going to play hockey.
Just got nothing else to do, play hockey. We'll see what happens. We haven't seen this team yet. It looks like it's going to be Bodine, Haviland, and Stewart getting the start with DeLeo and McGowan on D. Jack Graham standing tall between the pipes here for your squad. Not sure if anybody on the IR or missing this game. I just don't see Broke up back.
We're missing that player that you had trouble pronouncing his name. How do you call it now?
Kolcheski's
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, see a D short there one.
I can't make fun of you for that anymore, Harry, because you are spot on with the pronunciation now.
I've been practicing. I go home and I do my warm-ups.
Yeah, I like that.
New York, unique Kolcheski, unique New York, unique Kolcheski. Play set to start right away.
It's like we're at a Rolling Stones concert.
Ref drops it. Controlled there quickly by Rampage. They just started dumping in. McGowan picks it up inside his blue line. Out to Haviland at center ice. Tips that one to Bodine, who walks around. Bodine gaining the blue line. Rampage come back, get in on top of that one. Clear the zone for McGowan to pick it up at center ice. McGowan's trying to walk through. Tips it on. Chases that puck in. Loses it and escape back over to Stewart on the far side. Tries to get one in front. Bodine's on top of it, but the goalie picks it up first. Hanging on for that first whistle here, only 30 seconds into the first period. Good pressure there.
Yeah, real good offensive pressure there, Harry.
Making those quick line changes. Gonna see Castillo, Weber out there. Bevan and Cannonberg on D. And Popovic on the far wing. We were missing him last weekend. Good to see him back on the ice. No soccer today. Popovic holds that one in. Back out to the point quick to Bevan. Flips it back over Popovic's stick. Castillo into the corner. Deflected onto the tape. Of Castillo back working his way. It's knocked down in front. That blind corner you have there. Got nailed. Weaver pushes that one back over. Popovic now swapping the wings. Comes over off the left side. Working his way through the corner. Goes behind the net. Drops that puck off. Weaver trying to get it over to Castillo. Rampage now coming out of their own zone. First time we've seen them come out with a little bit of structure, and that just gets bounced right back out to the point. Popovic has it. Popovic racing up the far side, getting back checked there, and absolutely hauled down. And we know we're going to see a penalty on that one.
Yeah, early power play here for the Warriors, Harry.
I think the Broncos could use that player from the Rampage. Speaking of them, with the takedown and the early power play, stepping out onto the ice to see that. We've got Maddock, Fredette, and Foster. McGowan and Lauber on the point. 5-on-4, 12:43 left to go here. First period action at South Sub on the OTT Sports Network. Foster winning that one. Back to McGowan on the point. Tipping it in, controlling, walking out of the corner. Gets a shot on the goalie, kicks the pad out. Foster pestering in. Coming back, centering pass. Still looking for that loose puck. Dropped in front. Rampage collects and controls. Coming up 3-on-2 short-handed. Foster gets back, swings a stick onto that, and chases it into the corner. Whoa! Foster goes in hard at his player. And picked up now, clearing the zone. Maddox gets it out, has Foster with him. Fredette now stepping out onto the ice. Maddox's going to come in. As Fredette centering, puts that one off the near side of the net. Back to Fredette, setting up, looking to send it. That Cannonberg steps in, puts that back out to his D partner, DeLeo. Shoots that one in. It's deflected in front. Maddox just tips it wide. So he's going back to pick this one up. Manic now working his way inside the corner. Back over with Foster. Foster just puts that in front of DeLeo, but he gets back to the point and dumps it back into Fredette. Out to DeLeo again. Dumping that one in a little bit deeper. 53 seconds left to go in this power play. Still controlling in, just looking to get set up as Foster behind the net. Center out to the point. DeLeo has it. Shot blocked in front as there's being collapsed on there by the defending Rampage squad. Out to the point, Cannonberg making that pass into Manic. Shoots it in front. Foster backhands that one short side and misses. DeLeo dumps it back into Foster, over to Manic. Making a change in front. DeLeo turns for that with the shot, sends that one wide. Manic with the shot, the goalie comes across and gets it. Out to the point, Cannonberg fires another blast. Oh my goodness! Oh, can't get that one. For that to the far side, they're getting all the opportunities. And now that puck takes a bounce and it comes out. Cannonberg being chased down in his own zone. Spins back around with it. Now Cannonberg's coming up, makes that pass up to Stewart at center ice. Stewart goes down, Haviland picks up the loose puck. Haviland goes around, and they were offside. As Stewart was down there. Penalties cleared off the board. Back to 5-on-5. 10:40 left to go. OTT Sports Network bringing the action to you. South Suburban Sports Center on a sunny Sunday afternoon.
What a furious piece of action down there by that net here. You thought for sure one of those would go in.
I was hoping so. Couldn't find a way to solve it. Back to full strength here on both sides. They're going to see what they can do. Continue that pressure. Stewart up the far side with Bodine. That one sneaks across and Lauber checks it up. Lauber's going to walk in with this one. Drops it back over. Haviland's there with him. Bodine walking out of the corner with it now. Back into the corner. Circling around. And Rampage comes out with it. Rampage has play on the far side. Puts that one off their skates as they were streaking through center ice. They gain that puck back. Comes in and Graham sees it for the first time, touching that one down. Rampage setting up now in the offensive zone. Tipped into the corner, picked up by Bodine. Bodine just turns and fires that all the way down. 200 feet in the other direction we will go as the first icing call comes in, and it's against your Warriors.
Some good action here so far, Harry. You got to like the way the Warriors started this period.
They have definitely been putting the pressure on. That quick power play opportunity showed that they are here to play. They just got to figure out a way to get one past his goaltender. Turn shot, Graham sharp on that play as DeLeo now has it, trying to send it up to Castillo. Loses that in the corner. Rampage flinging it back the other way. Tip out of the zone there by Weber. Castillo's going down the ice after it. Getting those big legs moving. Defender gets to it, but he's not giving up on it. Spinning back around, goes through Popovic. Weber steps to the other side. They bang it off the boards. McGowan's going to collect. Whoa. McGowan sends that one through center, up off the boards. Popovic and Castillo coming in deep 2-on-0. Popovic in front looking for the deflection. That one goes wide. Back out to Weber. Weber stick handling in the corner. Gets spun around off that one. And Rampage comes out, making that long lead pass, but it's going to come all the way down. As nobody touches up on that, it's going to be an icing call going the other way. 8:57 left to go in a 0-0 tie in the first period.
Yeah, this Rampage playing pretty physical, Harry. There's already been some hits you wouldn't traditionally see in a Pee Wee hockey game.
I don't mind the physical hockey as long as it's getting called even on both sides.
I totally agree with you, Harry.
We'll have to lay one of them out just to see if that's the case. Foster now stepping into the dot. Wins that one back. Cannonberg has it at the blue line. Goes across to Bevan, who's going to step in, take the shot. Oh, that one just goes off the boards behind. Rebound was picked up by Rampage, but held in. Nope, Cannonberg can't get that. Manic's going to help him out. Right down below the press box. Manic goes across to the far side to Fredette. Trying to get some speed going. Looks to tip that around. Player goes down. They're looking for the hit there. Fredette in front. It's in the goalie's pads, and he sits down on top of it. Foster's not like getting pushed around in front of the net. Gives him a shot back.
No. I think he wears an earpiece so that Scott can give him some direct communication about what he needs to work on during the game.
Right there was apparently his right hook. Foster stayed out there with Maddox and Burdett. Cannonberg and Bevan on the point. Foster wins that one cleanly. Back to Bevan. Puts it towards the net. Looking for the tip in front. It was there. No rebound. The goalie's yelling at Maddox as he skates through the crease looking for that. We're getting the shots and looking for those tips.
Yeah.
The goalie's not giving up too many rebounds so good. Again, Foster with that one back to Fredette. Back to Bevan. Same shot in. That one just goes a little bit wide. Foster breaks up the play. Rampage trying to get out of their zone. Foster dumps it in deep. Fredette behind the net. Tips that one back over. Foster goalie coming, looks in. Finds the inside post and he makes it 1-0. Devin Foster with a beauty move out of the corner. Your Warriors take the lead 1-0 here with 7:55 left to go in first period action.
That's nice to see the Warriors get that first goal, Harry.
Absolutely, they've been working for it. I know we don't post shots here, but we've definitely been out shooting 10-1. Foster's still out there doing his victory lap. Now he recognizes there's been a line change. Manick's going to join him as Bodine, Haviland, and Stewart come back on the ice for forwards. Bodine wings that one over. McGowan gets to it, tips it up to Stewart, who goes around his player. Coming in the blue line, Rampage D gets over to the far side, drops that over. Bodine's going to get tripped up with no call on that.
Wow, I thought that might be a penalty.
It might have been, yeah. But it wasn't. It's ignored, and McGowan now circles back in, dumping that in for Bodine. Drop back out. Haviland keeps it in at the blue line, puts it off the boards, then backhand it back out. Haviland spinning him again. Now he gains a little bit of control of it. Turns, takes a weak shot off the shin pads of the defender. Bodine in behind the net. Haviland over to the far side with it, fighting against two players. Looking to get this one out. Does, but it goes to a Rampage player. Stepping in and then turn and fire it all the way down the ice. McGowan's chasing it down, and it's going to be icing as the Rampage, feeling the pressure, firing this puck all the way down, and now they're going to be facing a face-off in their own zone.
Facing a face-off?
Facing a face-off. Looking forward to a face-off? Is that a better way of putting it? Anxiously in the waitings of a face-off in their defensive end is the Rampage team. Rampage managed to win that, but Haviland gets right on top of the puck, going against the Rampage players who control it out to center of the zone, I should say. Haviland Bodine back in the corner, trying to keep my fat head out of the view because I can't see what's going on down there.
It's hard to see down in that corner. Fortunately, that's not where the net is.
Yes, we'd have to change our
viewing.
Have to construct a new press box if that was the case. Looks like they were just holding that one up against the boards. The ref's seen enough. They'll reset this one. Bodine to Stewart. Gets flipped high up off the glass, deflected. McGowan holding it in at the point. He falls down. Rampage turning around the other way. Skating down. Lauber and Haviland coming back on the back check. Flips that one in. Graham sees it and hangs on. Good hustle back there by Lauber. Forcing that shot from the wide angle, and Graham sees it all the way. Steele, Popovic, and Weaver now out there. Cannonberg's going to be the one trying to get through. Up off the linesman and then picked right up by Castillo. Castillo uses that speed, going around the far side. Weaver going to the net with him. Popovic trailing. Castillo takes his shot. Blocker save up into the net. He had a good look at it, but Coley stuck that blocker out.
I can't help but thinking that might have been a good opportunity to center that guy in the middle of the ice.
There was a couple players skating there with him looking for that rebound. He didn't see the pass. He got his shot off.
Good blocker save there by that goalie. Maybe off his shoulder, rather.
Julio keeps it in, right back on top of the Tendi. Collapses on over that puck. One back by Rampage. They just backhand that high. Glove down there at the point. But DeLeo couldn't get it all the way back in. They passed that one in a little bit offside. It's going to come back to neutral territory. Face up right below the press box here with a second under 6 minutes left to tick off this opening frame. Warriors are leading 1-0, getting the opportunities and just finding a way to solve this goaltender as they continue to pressure. Castillo spinning with Popovic in his skates. Back to Weber. Weber stick handling through. Oh, goes through the skates of DeLeo. Cannonburn's going to slow this down. Controlling it through center ice. Walking his way in. Coming Cannonburn. Goes around 1-2. Trying to get that shot off. Gets it. Rebound is loose in front. Puck is still open for grabs. Rampage gets to it first. Coming back out the other way. Cannonburn tips that away defensively. Back to DeLeo now. Looking to make that pass up to Castillo, breaking out. Hey, they're going to have to call that one offside. As once the puck leaves the zone, the players have to as well. Foster back to Bevan. Jumps over her stick. Now she's fighting for it into the corner. Foster come back to help out. Back over to Bevan. Up the far side, racing out of it. Here comes Popovic down the right wing. Manic go towards the net. Another takedown. And Rampage are going to get called for another penalty on the break. For another trip. They just don't like to see those players go around it without the tackle there.
Probably a good penalty taken by Rampage there. It looked like Popovic had a good lane.
He was going strong towards the net. Doesn't get the shot off though, but does get the power play opportunity now. 5 minutes left to go. 2 minutes on the clock. 5-on-4 for your Warriors. Clean win back to Bevan. Turns and shoots. Blocked in front. Just bounces loose. Burdette wraps around off the side of the post. Burdette chasing this one back. Forcing them to dump it in. They go up for a quick change. Lauber now behind his own net. Trying to clear this one. Rampage with the pressure. Short-handed, keeping this one in at the blue line. Ref on the far side calls it. It's going to be offside. As they make changes here, bringing out Bodain's line. Trying to get something set up. 30 seconds into this power play, haven't seen much pressure in the offensive zone. And Rampage wins another one. Rampage walking through. Robert comes across, breaking that up with a shoulder and a stick. Trying to clear this zone, they can't do it. Monument with short-handed offensive opportunities here as they're keeping it in. Bodain can't tip it out. Bevan now tips it into the corner where she's going to chase it down. Up off the boards to Stewart. Stewart being held up against the boards there. Bevan now in her skates, spinning, clears, and hopefully this one stops. And it's going to be a power play icing here by the Warriors.
Having trouble getting anything started here on this power play, Harry.
Pretty sure that's not how the coach drew up the power play, but we will see what they can do to turn this around, coming out of their own zone.
You see the coach talking to him, giving some words of encouragement.
Stewart was just coming from the bench there, mentioning something. Hopefully it's enough to get this team headed in the right direction. Bodain with the win. Back to DeLeo. Up to Stewart, tipping it off the boards. Comes in, reverse hit on him, and Haviland's chasing it down. Haviland's going to be the first one in the puck, trying to get the shot off. Poirier comes in, blocking that one. Bodain fighting behind the net now. Rampage clearly working on their penalty kill as they come out. Get a shot off. Glove down as they're looking for a short-handed opportunity. Graham hangs onto that one, allowing another line change and a reset for your Warriors. Not as many opportunities as they had in the first power play. But these coaches will be chatting with them through the rest of the 3 minutes and 33 seconds of this period and into the intermission.
A lot of threes on the board over there, Harry.
Penalty 3-3, player number 3, 3:33 left to go in the first period.
Wow, a lot of threes.
DeLeo clearing it out, couldn't find it out to Popovic. Kept in there by Rampage. That one comes across, and now Weaver skates through. Tips that one up to Popovic. Can't skate through the player, still has it. Looking to tip that back out. Popovic spinning. Stick handle himself away out of the phone booth there. In behind for Castillo. Tipping that one away. Castillo taking the body. And Weaver in behind the net. Loses it to Rampage. 6 seconds left for them to kill off this power play. They're going to do that by dumping it out to center ice for McGowan to come back in his zone and pick it up. McGowan to Castillo. Lost there. McGowan now circling back. Up off the boards, clearing the zone. Rampage players are running into each other and offside. One of them still down. He's getting up. Lots of line changes going on here. We got 17 players on the ice. They get it all sorted out. Ready to take this offside face out just outside the Warrior zone. Foster, Fredette, and Manick. Manick fighting for it. Back over to Cannonberg. Through Bevan skates. She gets it. Tips it up to Fredette. Fredette with the tip. Controlling. Over to Foster with Manick on the far side. Foster gets it up to Manick. Manick. Stick handles and hell! Back.
Holy cow.
Oh, he had him taken right out of his skates and he just mishandled on the back end.
This is where if they were playing at Ball Arena, the players would be looking up to the Jumbotron, seeing how that player made that save.
We'll have to wait for the production crew in the truck to send it back to you.
They're usually pretty good at getting us that feed pretty quickly, so we'll see what they say to us.
Bevan back over to Cannonberg. Stick handle his way in. Foster with the tip in front. Rebound still loose. Puck is banging behind the net.
Oh my
Foster
goodness.
gets hooked up. Foster gets put up against the boards. And Manick's coming in. Rampage picking up the puck. Coming out of their own zone. With some speed. Swinging stick of Cannonberg breaks that play up. Rampage still behind. Over to Foster. Foster gets bumped off of that one. Puts it up to Manick. Feeds it all the way across behind Fredette. He circles back for it at center ice. Fredette with strength out of the corner. Wrapping this around. Still has it on his tape. Centering for Beaudin coming off the bench. Back out to Bevan. She has an opportunity. Takes the shot. Whistles that one wide to the left. Beaudin now circling out of the blind corner. Beaudin still has it. Cannonberg with the one-timer, putting that one a little bit outside. Fredette now fighting up on the boards. Monument trying to clear this out of their zone. It's kept in there by Beaudin. Haviland forces the shot and they clear the zone. Stewart now coming on the left side, gaining the zone. Rampage turns, misses on that. Beaudin coming in, stepping in on top of that one. Drop back to Stewart. Stewart still fighting in the corner with Beaudin now. Over to the far side. Rampage turns, dumps that one up to the point. Bevan keeps it in. Fires it right back around for Stewart. Get it lost in the Rampage player's skate. Haviland tips that one off their stick, and Cannonberg now fighting for it. Back over to Beaudin. At center, back over to Haviland, trying to stick handle his way and gets around one. Chasing it down into the corner against the player. Getting pinned up against the boards there. Rampage comes back. Circles through. Beaudin with a great play there, breaking that one up with his skates. Just can't quite get control. Haviland centering pass. Oh, just out of the reach of Stewart. And they Rampage finally make a way out of there. They still haven't got out of their zone. Oh, Beaudin just was on the wrong side of the blue line for that one anyway. 7 seconds left here as Manick's trying to make one last play. Up to Haviland who just tips that into the zone. That's going to wind down to that amazing sounding buzzer ending this first period. 1-0's the score, but that's not the way that it would have been in my mind, the way these players were playing on a lopsided sheet of ice.
I think that's about the lowest score that we could have after that performance. Just a dominating performance there by the Warriors. Surprised they didn't score more goals, Harry.
Rampage goaltender doing a good job. A couple of easy misses, I want to call them, and on the Warriors side, but they'll be looking to correct on those actions here.
Well, while we got a moment, why don't we go to our spotlight player of the game, Harry? Today we're going to spotlight Finn Stewart. We were going to spotlight Kulcheski, but he's in Florida enjoying some of that warm weather. So Finn Stewart. Favorite team, of course, it's got to be the Colorado Avalanche. His favorite player is none other than Austin Matthews. Favorite food? This is a new one. I haven't heard this before. Eggs Benedict, Harry. Who would say that's your favorite food?
Eggs Benny. I guess that's Finn's favorite food.
And his fun fact is that he's an avid fly fisherman, and he enjoys tying his own flies. As a fly fisherman myself, I actually tie my own flies too, and I can tell you that's not easy. So the fact he's doing that as a 12-year-old? That's very impressive, Harry.
I am very impressed with that. I can barely remember to do my own fly up most of the times. Never mind the intricacy of tying your own flies to go fishing with. Finn Stewart, our spotlight player of the game. We're back to action here with McGowan putting it across to Popovic. The second period is underway. 1-0 if you're just joining us. You're live on the OTT Sports Network with Harry Haviland and Brian Bodine. Your Warriors are taking on Rampage. Castillo's in front and gets a shot. Wide open. The goalie makes another save. Held in at the point by Weaver. Dump back in. Castillo's going to chase us in. The goalie can't get it. It's still loose. Castillo looking for it. Takes a cross check to the back. But you got to keep digging for those loose pucks. The goalie does flop down on top of it. Keeping this a 1-0 game. Castillo with a great look to start this period.
We are joined by an extra special guest here in the booth, none other than Scott Foster. More on that later. He's going to have a little piece here we'll let him do here in the next stoppage. And no, it's not the fun fact. That's still coming, fans.
Devin Foster set to take this draw right now.
Speaking of Foster.
Clean back to Cannonberg. He's out there on the point with DeLeo. Cannonberg circles around, turns and dumps that into Manic. Manic skating his way out of the corner, loses it to Rampage. Great job by Cannonberg, keeping that one into the point. He's going to walk his way in. Cannonberg with the shot. Another one right into the belly of the goaltender, who collapses on it, holding up for another whistle.
Foster's looking at me anxiously, and I'm getting kind of nervous.
Get back to my spot now.
He needs to get back so we can count those successful dump-ins, successful.
The next stoppage in play, we've got a special guest here. For now, Fredette's into the corner, pushing it down deep for Foster. Fredette tips that one back out to Cannonberg. Shot in front. Couple of sticks get onto it. Now Mannix collecting into the far side. Mack being pushed up against the boards. Foster back to Manic.
What a pass.
Almost had Fredette in front. The goalie's got his stick out there. Cannonberg keeping it in again. Ringing it all the way around the boards. Fredette coming in. Stepping in on the right wing. Tips that one in to Foster. Trying to find DeLeo sneaking it from the point. Cannonberg's there. Back over to Fredette with the shot. Couldn't quite get it in. Foster picking this up behind the net. Pestered there by a couple of Rampage players. Now Fredette with his opportunity. Turned back to Foster. Trying to tuck that one. Up a little high for that one. What great shift. What the pressure these guys are putting on here. Trying to find a way to bury one. Foster looking for the wraparound. Fredette couldn't get a stick on it. In behind the nets. Continuing with this. Finally, Rampage finding some relief until Cannonberg pops their balloon and he got big guy. Here comes Cannonberg with the tip. Across the first. No time in tipping that one. Wow. Unbelievable. Sustained pressure finally paying off. What a good play. 2-0 now with 11:50 left to go in the second period.
What a great feed there. While we got a moment, none other.
Ladies and gentlemen, across the globe, Scott Foster.
I want to talk to you today a little bit about a book I've read. One of the fun facts might be that I'm not a pleasure reader, but I did learn about a book from Coach Bevan. It's Rich Cohen's Pee-wees. Highly recommend a good read and hit quite close to home his description on the tryouts process and various other aspects of the game.
Well, we're always so fortunate when we got Scott Foster joining us in the booth, so Good piece there by Scott Foster on the book. Go pick that up at your local library. It looks like he checked it out. You know, he's too cheap to actually go buy a copy, so I can see the
That's true.
Lowry Public Library right there on the cover.
Frugal, Brian.
Frugal. Penny saved is a penny earned. Thanks for that, Pisto. But in all seriousness, it's a great read. Thanks for that, Scott.
And we're back to action here with Bevan picking it up. Coming across the blue line, takes a shot, puts that off the outside of the net. Into the far corner goes Bodine. Has Bevan, he's going to circle this off of his backhand. Into Haviland behind the net, trying to feed that out front. Oh, to Stewart, looking for it. Loose puck picked up by the Rampage. Back out to Bevan. Bevan putting it into the corner. Haviland going behind the net for it, goes all the way around to the far side. Bodine chasing it down. Walking his way out of the corner. Bodine still has it, tries to get it over to Haviland, he couldn't find Stewart. Tip back out to the point. Rampage circles. Lauber doing an amazing job holding his body at the blue line. Bodine now walking in, takes the shot into the gut of the goalie, and he goes down on top of this one. 10:25 left to go. We're up 2-0 here in the second period.
You know, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if the coach is giving him $5 per shot that goes right into the center of the goalie's chest, because that must be about the 10th shot we've seen right in the center of the goalie's chest.
The coach is going to have to sell his Ferrari if that's the case. That's where they seem to be putting all of them here today. McGowan gets back. Rampage picks it up with some offensive pressure. DeLeo breaking it up. Over to McGowan. Rampage coming right down on top. Gets it up to Popovic. Popovic can't get it past the blue line. They come in, take the shot. It's stopped in front by DeLeo before it has a chance to get to the net. DeLeo up the backhand to the boards to Weber. Rampage pinching in the far side. Weber back out off his shin pad. Over to Rampage. Inside, they get that shot. They put it over the crossbar of the back glass. DeLeo's in the corner now, fighting against two. Rampage looking to get the man body advantage here. Is they're putting two bodies on every puck. Popovic can't get this one out. Rampage with another deflected shot there off the stick of McGowan. DeLeo in behind the net. Tips it up to Popovic. It bounces over his stick. Rampage now looking to answer this. Graham's seen enough. He's going to hang on, let some new skates get on the ice, some sharpened blades, and see what the Warriors can do to get this back shifted in the other direction.
What happened with our team?
I don't know.
Foster, Fredette, and Manic out there now. One cleanly back by Rampage. They take the shot. Foster stops that. Bevan does some dancing in her own zone. Tips it up over to Fredette. We're going to be chasing this one down. They're going to probably call it icing as he couldn't get it to it quite in time. Looking to go in the right direction. Just the puck was going a little bit too fast. Defensive zone face-off just to the right of Graham. Foster wins it back to Bevan. Bevan flips back up off the boards to Fredette. Fredette's going to come out, getting hooked up. Has Manic with him. Fredette coming across. Passes across, and the goalie beats that before he can get it over to Manic. Foster on the far side, in towards the goaltender. It was loose. Fredette looking for a puck. Gets tripped up by the goalie as he's skating through the net. A little bit of antics between the whistles. All in good fun, right? They're comparing candy apple recipes as Halloween's getting near upon us. One says add some chocolate to the caramel. The other says that's not right. I'm going to trip you up for even thinking that. Bevan with the shot. That one gets tipped up over the net. Manic in behind to Fredette. They're going to backhand it towards center. Kept into the point by Cannonberg. Into the skates and Foster back to it. Fredette. Centering pass picked up by three Rampage players standing in front of their own net. They're coming out slowly. Foster on the back check. They pass that one over. Jumps over Bevan's stick and now looking to take the shot. Wow. There by Graham. I don't know if it went off his toque or not, but it got deflected into the far corner. Now Cannonberg muscling his way up the far side with Fredette going towards the net. Makes that pass.
Oh, my goodness.
Gets a shot off. Cannonberg with the wraparound. Foster now into the corner. Here's that pressure. Fredette can't get that chip as he's in front. Furious action as pucks are flying in front of this goaltender. Foster in front. Back out to Bevan at the point. Turns, fires that one back in. Blocked by number 51 in blue. As he just clears that out of the zone. Cannonberg tips it in center ice. It's bouncing as Stewart comes off the bench. Cannonberg flips it all the way down. It's coming down on the goalie. Bodain's going to be chasing it, but now the goalie's going to hang on with 7:40 left to go. 2-0 for your Warriors in this second period.
Wow, that was a great sequence, Harry.
Gotta find a way to capitalize on those. Too many shots. As they're making a goaltending change here on the Rampage side, halfway through this game. See what they can do to solve this other goaltender. Bodain on the faceoff. Rampage controls. Bang behind the net to Haviland. Tipped in front.
Oh my goodness.
Another one. Stewart couldn't get enough on it. Clear it back out. McGowan goes down. Coming the other way. 2-on-1. Goes around Lauber, but he loses his stick. Haviland tips that one back off the boards to Lauber, who comes out and clears the zone. They dump that back in. That's clearly offside as the whistle blows. Ref point towards the dot. And we're going to have another face-off outside the Warrior zone. Linesman gets it sorted out. Battling at the dot. Stewart's going to come out of the pile with it. Stewart trying to go through the players. Can't get it through the skates. Haviland keeps it out. It's to try to keep it on side. Might have been worth taking that whistle as they're coming the other way. McGowan comes back and collects the garbage up the boards to Haviland, who can't get it through. Helped out by Bodain. Now Haviland's skating out with it. Trying to find Stewart on the far side. Bounces over his stick after a quick deflection. Stewart stick handling around. The ref is down on top of Lauber as he cleared the zone. Our D-man's out inside the zone. That's offside, but Stewart's going to come his way through. Bodain with it. Bodain gets taken out, and there's going to be a penalty. Haviland can't get his stick on it. They can't find the puck in the crease. But there is going to be a penalty here for a trip or an interference. What happened deep in the zone. Warriors are going back on a power play.
Hopefully this power play is better than that last one. I got to be honest with you. I couldn't wait till that other team got their player back on the ice that last power play, so it was finally even strength.
We'll see what they can do with this one. 2 minutes on the clock to count down that infraction. 6:27 left on the big timer to through the period. Popovic turns, shoots, fires wide. Cannonberg holding it in the point. He's been having a heck of a game. Send it out to Popovic. Back over to Weber in the corner. Skating behind the net. Backhanded through. Popovic gets cross-checked into the back of the net. Castillo now behind it. Players are getting a little aggressive out there. And Rampage looking to get this out of their own zone. Cannonberg doing like he's done all day long. Holding strong at that blue line. Dumps it right back in. Weber going after it. Kept in by Cannonberg. Cannonberg with the pass over to Castillo with the shot. Rebound. Still lose. Oh my goodness. Weber with the cow. Goodness gracious. Wow. The frantic action in front of the Rampage goaltender. And now they're coming in short-handed. Take a shot, put that one wide and soft off the boards. DeLiu, backhanded, picked up by Rampage. They shoot. Spinning that one around the far side for Weber. Weber can't get that one out. Held in by Rampage. Dumped right into the corner. DeLiu chasing this back with 48 seconds left to go in this power play. They're finding a way to come out of their own zone. Popovic skating up with Castillo on the far side. Popovic comes across. Still coming in. Gets taken out there. Oh. And Rampage trying to get this out. Bevan tripped at the... Come on! I don't think this ref's wearing his right prescription today. I'm usually friendly, but that was an obvious trip as Bevan was trying to make her way into the zone. Now they turn it back around the other way. Robert in behind his own net. 11 seconds left to wind up on the power play. Up to Castillo, who's breaking in down the right side. Castillo comes in, sees his opening, and puts it into the goalie's pads. Trying to sneak that one 5-hole. They kill off another power play. Or another penalty here, but Castillo's still coming in with it. Towards the front of the net. It's really, oh my goodness, couldn't get to it. Sitting on the goal line. Fredette with the centering pass out to Weber. With the shot high up off the glass. Fredette taking some time, setting up, centering to Weber, and off the goalie's mask.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, off the mask, down to the glove, hanging onto it.
Wow, this goal is just as good as that first goal they subbed out. Wow.
They are shooting at every angle they can and have only managed to put 2 past this tandem of goaltenders now.
That's a guy you might want on your fantasy hockey team there.
This line's been having some success. We'll see what they can do again as Maddox goes into the corner. Foster there with him. Going down tough. Fredette goes past his stick. Bevino to the point, but Rampage coming around. Foster chases back on the back check now. Robert coming around with him. It's going to be a penalty here against Arapahoe. And it looks like Robert's going to go to the box for 2 minutes here. See what the ref says. That was in the blind corner. Oh, they're body checking. Now we're going to have to kill a penalty off. 3:37 left to go, still up by 2. The Rampage is hungry, and they've got the offensive advantage here at this faceoff. The ref blows the whistle because somebody wasn't set properly. Try this one more time. Oh! Stop there in front. Cannonberg coming through the neutral zone. Jumps, looking for Fredette with that lead pass. McGowan now back in his own zone. Rampage putting the pressure on. He fires that around the far side. Goes all the way out to the blue line. Kept in. Cannonberg off of his skates. Clears it up to Manick, and they've got a 2-on-1 opportunity. Manick just puts it up over Fredette's stick. Fredette in behind. Stops back. Tries to wrap that backhand around. Goalie came over, hugged up against that post. Good short-handed opportunity there for Fredette. But the goalie saves it, and it's still 2-0. Bodine and Haviland out there now with McGowan and DeLiu. Kill off the last minute and 24 of this penalty. One back there by Rampage. Stripped of the puck by Bodine. Cross to Haviland. Trying to get a shot off. Oh! Really gets a piece of that one, kicking it over to the side. Bodine, another tip. DeLiu holding in at the point. Bodine and held in by DeLiu still. Haviland trying to get a stick over this. Haviland gets to it. Backhand dumps that one into the corner. Forcing Rampage to go try and get set up as they're killing some precious seconds off of this penalty. Held in cleanly there by McGowan at the point. Walks his way in through. Gets tucked in deep into the corner. Still on it, chasing this one around. McGowan still has it. Rampage finally stops that, but DeLiu spins back around. Doesn't let him get far with it. Up to Bodine. Flips that across the blue line. They can't clear the zone. Haviland can't get a stick on it, but Bodine now has an opportunity in front of the net. Putting some pressure on shorthanded here as the Warriors. There's another trip, and we're going to be putting it into this 4-on-4. Just trying to center that one up. What? That. So now what? How did?
Yeah, I'm not
How did Arapahoe end up with a penalty out of that?
Was that a high stick?
Yeah, but why did he blow the whistle when we had the puck? They tipped it? Oh, okay. No, we got it. No, that's still our one guy in the box. All right.
That was peculiar there, Harry.
We're 4-on-4 here for the next 18
Players
seconds.
skating around. I'm not so sure they know what
They
happened.
don't have a clue what's
It
going
might
on
have been
here.
a high stick, maybe played
But
at
if
the
that
high
was a
stick.
penalty, shouldn't that be an offensive zone faceoff? Should have been, but maybe they changed it because of the high stick. Haviland cross the far side to Bevan. Gaining the blue line, comes in, takes a shot off the goalie's pad into the corner. Behind the net. Haviland stops that one, trying to walk his way out to center with Bodine. And just as the penalty expired,
It's like he counted a 3 before he shot that one.
Bodine finds the back of the twine, ripples it for a 3-0 lead off the power play goal. Maybe they can get some momentum here now. With 1:33 left to go in the second period, up 3-0. But out shooting this team 72-6.
And I don't know why the players came out of the box there either, Harry. That
was after it was after our penalty expired, so it's a power play goal.
Okay.
Haviland back up to Stewart off the boards. Stewart gets stood up at the blue line. Bodine banging against the boards, jumps over Bevan's stick. Bevan turns, fires that one in. They get onside. Bodine chasing it in. The reverse, Bodine reads that clearly, then gets his head smushed against the glass. Haviland looking to wrap around. Oh! What a goal post on that one.
What a goal.
Great effort there. They do build out a little bit of momentum, get a couple of quick ones here. I realized he can't tuck it short side. The goalie's coming in. Put it over to the far side.
That was a real good play. Good work on the boards by the Warriors there. Popped it out to Haviland and great wraparound. Like you said, to the far post. You don't see that often, but he knows where to go when his goalie's covering the close post there, Harry.
Yeah, we'll see. He did that on purpose. 80% of the time, it works every time. Weaver now looking for his opportunity. Coming in, takes a shot, and puts it
Oh, wow.
Weaver comes in, fires that one quick. And just like that, the score goes to 5-0.
We got the grandma right here.
Players down and behind.
Uh-oh.
Went crashing hard in there. We're just going to hope he's okay.
Looks like he's getting up here. You like to see that.
Into a sitting position here at least. Looks like his shoulder is what he's grabbing after that crash into the boards. Gonna skate to the bench. Getting a round of applause and stick taps from everybody here in the rink. Hoping he's okay after that hard crash into the boards.
Yeah, good to see him get up.
And it looks like we're just going to go straight into the third period. They added that last 50 seconds on to the third period here. So we are now currently in the second intermission as the skaters are going to go back to their benches, talk to their coaches here, and then we're going to have a 14-minute, 54-second third period.
Okay. All right. Well, it is the second intermission, so you know what time it is, right, Harry? It is time for the Scott Foster Fun Fact.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a shout out actually to Scott Foster's wife, Venetia. So the fun fact is about Venetia Foster in that she is a fabulous cook. I don't know if you had the opportunity to try it in her cooking, but she cooks some delicious meals. And one thing that's so great about it, you know, she's from South Africa and she's got that accent. So half the time you can't even understand what she's saying, but she describes the dish and it just sounds like one of those chef dishes. You know, like when you go to an Italian restaurant, you can't hear what they're really saying, but like, that sounds good. So she makes this food, she talks in that accent, and you know it's going to be good food. So if you've got the opportunity, invite her over. She'll probably cook some food at your house.
I was going to say, I want the invite to get over there.
Yeah.
I asked him where he lived just so I could drop some stuff off. He said to drop it at his neighbor's house 6 doors down. I didn't know 6 doors in what direction, but maybe one day I'll get the invite.
Yeah, if you get the opportunity, certainly take him up on that option. She is a fantastic cook.
Excellent. Fun fact. The Foster family continuing to entertain throughout this season.
Yeah, and we're only a month into the season.
Third period about to take place. Third period action brought to you by Sunset Bar and Grill right here in Highlands Ranch. A hidden little gem right across the street from South Suburban Sports Complex. If you mention the OTT sent you, you'll get 3% off of any tab over $3,000. Conditions apply. Devin off the boards. Looking for Castillo. They're banging back and forth here now after a few quick goals to end that second period. Rampage coming in physical, trying to dig their way out of this 5-goal deficit. Right over to Popovic. Has Castillo on the far side. Sneaks around the player going into the corner. Weber. Popovic getting taken out. Castillo over to the far side with it. Hard up off the boards. Bevan keeps that in. Bevan gets shoved down from behind at the point. Oh, it's peculiar. Rampage playing a little bit more physical here now as they're a little bit upset, but keep popping those goals in behind their goalie is what the Arapahoe Warriors are looking to do. Bevan stepping in off the blue line. Castillo circling. Rampage. That one gets dumped back in offside. There's a quick exchange of pucks. Puts us offside with 13:55 left to go. Third period, South Sub OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland and Brian Bodine thanking everybody across the globe for tuning in with us this afternoon. We're seeing viewers all across Europe. Must be a slow day over there. France, Portugal, Spain, right down in that little corner. Must be a rainy day, but we appreciate it. I'm hoping you guys got your Google Translate on because my French is a little shaky, and those other two countries are definitely nothing I can speak. Play going in deep to Deleu. Foster bangs it up to Manick. Over to the far side, beauty feed to Burnett, who's off to the races. Here comes Burnett, getting in the blue line. Walks in, takes a shot right into the goalie. Another $5 in his pocket. Rebound shot, Burnett still pulling loose puck.
Holy cow.
Burnett got 9 different cracks at it there. Couldn't find the back of the net. Good pressure though, and a great pass to feed him on that far side coming out of their own zone.
That was amazing. That must have been 5 or 6 shots there in that exchange, Harry.
At least. We're just pumping this goalie's numbers today.
Yeah.
Foster, clean win back to McGowan. Turns and dumps that one in the far side. Attempted shot went wide. Forget cleaning it up. Foster off the ref's skates. The ref looks a little lost out there right now. Rampage walks it out of their own zone. Deleu holds him up at the red line. Forget getting back with him. And Manick at center ice. Manick's going to take this all the way down the far side. Coming in 1-on-5. Foster going to the net with him. Manick still has it. Circling back around. Foster picks it up. Takes a shot through the crease. Nobody touched it. Rampage picking it up on the near boards coming out of their own end. McGowan taking this player down at the blue line. And they're still banging for it. Burnett with the stronger stick, and then turns and kicks it all the way down into the corner where Foster's making the attempt to gain the control back. He's down. Oh, there's going to be a penalty against Rampage as they came in and threw a big check in the corner there. Again, physical. DeLiu trying to negate the whistle, taking the shot. Stopped there by the goaltender. Still being controlled here. Rampage touches up on that puck, and they're going to go sit in the box and feel shame for the next 2 minutes. Power play opportunity here for the Warriors with 12:09 left to go in the third period. They're up 5-0. They're looking to build on that with Bodine, Haviland, and Stewart coming out alongside Bevan and Lauber. Bodine wins that one back. Gets controlled at the point by Lauber. Couldn't get it in too deep, and Rampage trying to kick it out. Bevan steps right back into that puck. Trying to get it to Bodine, feeds Stewart. Bodine and Stewart both up on the far side with 3 Rampage players on top of them. Rampage controlling. Bevan knocks that away. They still have it at center. That's going to be offside as they dump that one in before clearing the zone. Power play looking to get clicking here for the Warriors. It's their 3rd or 4th one of the game. I don't believe we got a power play. Yeah, we did get one power play goal just as our penalty expired the last one there.
And this power play looks powerless, Harry.
So far. Let's see what they can do to fix that here. Bodine kneels down for that draw. Haviland can't get it up far enough, and then Rampage going through the skates. To Stewart. Stewart can't find Bodine. It's stopped there by Rampage. Now Bevan across the Lauber. Hanging on his blue line, has Haviland up the left side. Haviland comes in looking for that feed ahead to Bodine, just outside of his reach. Haviland gets it back, turns, fires. It's in on net, and the goalie hangs on to it. Stewart looking for a rebound and having another conversation, asking each other where their favorite Halloween candy is there.
Or maybe what they're going to dress up for. You do Halloween, Harry? You dressed up?
I haven't dressed up in a long time. We used to have a lot of fun with it. By the time Halloween comes around, I'm so tired I can't put the effort in anymore. The kids still enjoy it. I do have a lot of fun with it though. Bevan outside of her own zone, making the pass across the Lauber. Weber now putting some pressure on. Back over to Lauber, stepping in. He has on his backhand. Shot blocked in front. Over to the far side, Castillo can't get to it. Held in by Bevan, back past Castillo. Weber in behind the offensive net, making him kick that to the far side. Popovic skates past it. Weber back on it. And Popovic trying to get it to Castillo, who's wide open in front of the net. Weber, shot, oh, it's off the pad. Goalie came back out of that one, didn't see it coming. Bevan stepping in on her backhand. Takes that shot, just puts it wide. Couple of good opportunities there. Rampage coming out the other way. Castillo stops him right at the blue line. Goes around, has Weber with him. Castillo coming in for another opportunity. Castillo puts that one wide off the goalie's stick. 2 seconds left, the power play. And it's back to 5-on-5 as a player steps out of the box. Cannonberg over to Castillo. He has some room if he can turn and get going. Back check stick of Rampage gets on top of it. Cannonberg stepping in. Cannonberg coming in wide. Still has it. Backdrop pass to Castillo. Look at it! Holy cow. Another missed one right through the crease there. About 7 or 8 of those so far this game. Burnett can't sneak it all the way through, but still powerhousing his way in the corner. Back over to Castillo. Got some time here as the forwards are changing up. One at a time. That one comes out across the blue line. DeLiu's going to have to wait. Burnett gets back on side. DeLiu doing some stick handling going through. DeLiu getting held up there. Now he's forced into the corner. We're all going to work his way towards the front of the net. DeLiu off the backhand over to Rampage.
Good offensive pressure here, Harry.
Excellent work here. Monument having a tough time clearing it out of their own zone. Stop there by Manic. Flipped it back over to Fredette. They're going to continue to sustain this pressure. To Liu now. Dropped over to Fredette. Out of the corner. Manic sneaking in. Oh!
Oh,
With the cross check.
Oh my goodness. That one might be that was pretty unnecessary there.
I don't want to say it was necessary, that's for sure. Came in, we're going to see what's going to go on the board for this one. Came in with a little bit too much aggression on that play. Foster's going to go see the box. Looks like it's just going to be for 2 minutes as they're closing it with only one player in there. 5
I
minutes
just
to
looked down and
score.
saw Scott Foster shaking his head. He doesn't approve of that one.
8:37 left to go, 5-0 lead. Killing off this next penalty for 2 minutes. They had some good offensive pressure here last time they were killing a penalty.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do here. McGowan's going to go for a skate with this one. Coming in, looking to split the D. McGowan coming all the way in, short-handed. Oh! Jumping.
What a
little bit of snipe on the side with that. Finding the top corner, McGowan goes end to end for the shorty. Making this a 6-0 game here in the third period.
We had a great angle on that one too, Harry. What a good goal.
I hope maybe think he'll sign that puck for me after the game.
I might be battling you for that puck, actually. That was a wonderful goal.
OTTSportsNetwork.com auctioning off that McGowan signed puck at the end of the game. For that with a pad save. McGowan another shot, bouncing off some players in front. For that bumped up against the boards. Rampage trying to get set up to come out. They still have a power play here for another minute and 22 seconds. Broken up there. Manic backhands that one out off of Fredette. And then kicked in. Rampage players running over each other there. McGowan now. Is he going to wind up and do it again? Here comes McGowan. All the way up
look
the
at him
ice.
go.
He's skating this one through. Oh, he puts it off this. Oh, and then he gets run into, and there's going to be a power play. The power play is going to go away. We're going to go see 4-on-4 as McGowan gets crunched behind the net after he missed on that shot.
He was working.
4-on-4 hockey for 55 seconds. Then we'll see a minute power play if nothing happens. Bodine and Stewart out there with Bevan and Cannonberg. 4-on-4. A lot of extra ice out there for these players to maneuver around, looking for the openings and opportunities. Bodine wins that back to Stewart. Cannonberg tries to tip that one in. Rampage intercepts and skates out the other way. Bevan falls down at center ice. Cannonberg doing a good job holding the players up, giving Bodine a chance to get back on top of that. In front, Bodine picks it up, skates around. Can he get the speed to get there? Rampage beats him to it, puts it right back onto the tape of Bevan, who's coming across the blue line and dumps that one into the corner. Stewart going for it. Bodine helping him out. Bodine on his backhand coming out of the corner behind the net. Over for Bevan, who is tied up there with the defender. 11 seconds left to go before the Arapahoe player steps out of the box and they see the power play opportunity. Stewart here still at center ice. Earns dumps that one in. Players out of the box, 1:05 left to go. Couple of sets of fresh legs out there, stepping off the bench. That's Haviland on his side. Makes that pass across to Cannonberg, who has Castillo up. Dump back over to Haviland at the blue line. Dumps that in to Carolan at the blue line there. Castillo is just a step ahead of him. 6:18 left to go. 46 seconds in a power play. They straighten these lines out after the penalty. Castillo, Popovic, and Weber. It's going to be Cannonberg and Bevan on the point. Weber picks that right up, flips it over to Castillo. Finally gets that one. Castillo's been firing the puck all game and finally manages to sell the 10. He put one past him for another power play goal here. It's 7-0 at South Sub on the OTT Sports Network.
You know, now I think that I think it's safe to say we'll win this game, Harry. Now it would be nice to give that goalkeeper a shutout. What happened the last few games? It's like,
did you just say
I don't want to do anything, but historically, these kids they all want to start scoring goals. Next thing you know, they'll have 5 guys trying to score goals instead of protecting that shutout for the game.
It has happened. I'm glad you said it, not me.
I apologize for that.
Hard off the boards, McGowan collecting in his own zone. Puts this one up for Weber. Picked away by Rampage as Monument's coming through and across the blue line. Tipped right back out quickly. McGowan to Popovic. Popovic racing down the right wing. Castillo towards the net. Popovic tries to find the short side on that one. Puts it off the back of the net. DeLeo holding in at the point. Pinching in deep. Rampage manages to clear. Popovic getting back to help out with that. DeLeo still fighting in front of the Rampage end or bench. They drop down. Have somebody here on the far side, but McGowan's going to stop that. A hush has fallen over this crowd now with the 7-0 lead here in the third period. All the way across to Castillo. Tips that behind his back up off the boards. Circles back around, stick handling through. Castillo off of his skates. Loses the handle on it just before he was managing to get a shot off. Out to McGowan. McGowan shoots. Kicked away in front by the defender. Rampage with the stretch pass. Looking to break that through. DeLeo coming back on it. Makes that pass back. Turns, shoots. Graham with a lovely save there, hanging on to that. As Rampage wants to break that goose egg on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know he wants that shutout, Harry. I think the team seems like they've given up 1 goal every game so far, right? I don't know if any more than that.
Well, I don't know if there was. Was there one with 2? I think there might have been one with 2 early on, but after that, it's just single goals. And usually late in the game, unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Stopped in front by Bevan. Razmanik racing way up to Fredette. Fredette can't push his way through. Back out, Lauber skating across to help out his D partner. Bevan gets back in position as Lauber still banging up against the boards. Bevan across to Manic, who's alone on the far side here. Monument now behind their own net. Waving off that icing call. Okay. Lauber's coming out to get it. Or Graham was coming out to get it, pass it over to Lauber. Return stumps that one down. Now that's probably going to be icing as it goes the other way. Taking this one back into the defensive zone. Shouting out some more fans here. I see you guys tuning in from Massachusetts. I know we got family out there watching every game all the time. Great to see you still sticking with us. I have rumors that we have people in South Carolina, Florida, all along that eastern seaboard getting their fill of hockey here from Denver. Pad save there by Graham over to the far side. Cannonberg pressured off the puck there, gets it backhand to the far side to Stewart. Stewart goes around. Stewart
he gets
tripped up. And there's going to be another power play here for Arapahoe. They're 2 for 7 on the power play so far. Seeing what they can do to go 3 for 8. Shots have not been a problem this game, though. No. Let's see what they can do now. O'Dane, Haviland, and Stewart. Cannonberg and DeLeo. And we're back there to Bodine. It was looking for Cannonberg breaking in. Over to the stick of Haviland. Can't get it through the skates. Cannonberg now turns, rips one. Gets deflected high off the glass on the far side. Stewart, the first one back to it. Trying to go softly around 2 players. Gets through those 2, but not the third. And that Rampage player is coming out with some speed, short-handed, gets it taken away from him as Bodine can't clear the zone, held in there by Rampage. Cannonberg picking it up with some time on the power play. Reverses back the other way. Finds Stewart on the far boards, who has Bodine, puts that behind him. Bodine spinning with it in his skates. Bodine gets knocked down there into his zone. That's going to be an offside. 2:40 left to go, 1:11 left in this power play opportunity for the Arapahoe Warriors. Back to Cannonberg. Going around some at center ice. Cannonberg's going to walk his way in now. Backhand. Pad save behind the boards it goes, wrapping it around. Rampage looking to clear. Back to the tape of Haviland. Feeds that one up to Castillo. Goes towards the front. Castillo in front. Quick shot off the stick of the goaltender. DeLeo pinching in. DeLeo turns, fires. Good job by Cannonberg to spin around and catch that one at the blue line. Castillo was waiting for it. Now he's coming through. Castillo around. Taking his time. Goes back. Final Weaver. Has Haviland. And oh my God. He doesn't. Oh, he did put that in. Okay. Oh, was that a goal? Scored, yeah. Haviland finds it back in the net. I'm like, did the goalie come across and get that one?
Oh my God.
He was looking at a yawning cage and found a way to put it in. Another power play goal. 3 for 8 on the power play here today. Little under 2-minute warning for the remainder of this game.
I'm going to try something here, Harry.
We're going mobile.
Yeah. Trying to see if I can get the puck down the corner. I'll try not to break the iPad, too.
If you see it falling to the ground, we're going to be setting up a GoFundMe for the OTT's new iPad. McGowan powering his way through neutral territory. McGowan still skating in there. Again, they're all collapsed in there. Popovic finally recognizes, come back to the point. But then McGowan gets right back into position, breaking that play up as he now has on his own side. Over to Popovic. They stay on side. Back to McGowan. McGowan up to feed Castillo off his backhand. Castillo skating around with some wide turns. Gets bumped off the puck. Picks it right back up. Out to the point. Lauber holding it in. Pinching in deep. Lauber coming through. Can't skate through all 4 players. Weaver's going to have his attempt at it now. Gets it taken away by Rampage. Final minute of play in the 3rd period. It's 8-0 for Arapahoe. And Rampage breaks that play up at the blue line. Lauber comes back. Gets on top of it. Lauber up to Popovic. Rampage collapsing all over this puck to Castillo. Drops that one, leaves it for McGowan. He's coming across the blue line. McGowan gets a shot off, deflected into the corner. Rampage still with this last-ditch effort to come out of their zone and get deep. Castillo misses on that one. Lauber then picked up by Cannonberg. Cannonberg at center with 23 seconds to go. Gets upended there by the Rampage, who turn it back around. Back through Cannonberg. Rampage now 2-on-1. Bevan gets back, gets a stick on it, kicks it out of the zone. Great defensive effort there by Bevan, as always. Rampage turn, dump that one down. It's not going to be enough. Shutout effort there by Jack Graham and your Arapahoe Warriors Navy.
They did it, Harry.
Another excellent tilt there.
They got that shutout.
It started off a little wearily, but they came back, opened the floodgates, pumped in 8 goals, and continue to stay undefeated this season. Next weekend, we are going to be playing games early morning on on Saturday and Sunday, as there's a showcase in town. We do take off local Lafayette on Saturday morning, but then we will be seeing a team from Las Vegas on Sunday. I'll be posting that stuff on Facebook. Reach out to your players for game times if you don't have them, because I don't have them right now in front of me. Thank you to Brian Bodine, and on behalf of everybody at the OTT Sports Network, thank you to you guys across the globe for tuning in. We love it, and the kids love it. As for now, I'm Harry Haviland, and I'm signing out.
Good call again.